So what is going on, everyone? Chris here, bringing you another video, and today's video is primarily my car. So today we're taking a break from all the projects, and we're going to specifically talk about my car and why I actually haven't driven my car in probably nearly a month. Correction, that is kind of hearsay nor say, because I have driven it twice. This is the second time from the early, say like the first week of February to now that we're in the coming off this first week of March, and I have actually driven my car. And I fully driven it and had no problems. Not that I had major problems before, but I've really neglected my car. But I've also had fun actually driving an automatic for a while, because let's face it, you know, sometimes in traffic and stuff like that, might get tired of driving a manual daily and every day. So I actually had, and I still have the luxury of being able to drive an automatic, and it's not a bad vehicle at all. It's all-wheel drive, so that's kind of fun too. Not that I'm really dogging it or anything, but you know, got to see what it does a little bit. That's just with any car. So to get you guys caught up on what has actually been going on with my car and focus on my car for this video. So the Coyote was, you know, getting some suspension parts. The first thing that I did was replace the steering rack. Now the steering rack was, you know, pretty old, you know, 16-year-old steering rack. So I went to a place in Chester. If you're familiar with the Richmond area, there's a place called Gray Line, and they sell like refurbished, you know, rebuilt parts and stuff like that. So it was actually a Ford steering rack, which actually I was glad. Went ahead and put that on, put some new offset rack bushings on as well. The Steeda ones, I believe they are. I don't think it really matters, but I just went with Steeda anyways, because Steeda, I have a few parts by them and they have really good parts, and Ford uses them still to this day to build Mustangs and stuff, suspension components and all that. So why not go with them and anyone else? Secondly, I'm at my spot where I film, and it's been since the summertime, I believe, since I've been here. So I'm glad to be back in the spot filming, even though it's kind of cold. And this awesome 1320 video hat that I picked up about like 2 weeks ago. So decided to cop that and start rocking this hat as the new one until I get a new hat, I guess. So after the steering rack, I went ahead and replaced and put on the BMR tubular front control arms with the Team Z tubular K-member. So I had UPR ones, and I was having a problem. I think I don't know if it was a manufacturer defect or what was going on. This car isn't like a super track car. This car hasn't been in the track in like a year, and I've only had like 20,000 miles for over the 2 years, you know, on these control arms, and the ball joint was really just, you know, you could physically like turn the ball joint. And when you got on the highway and stuff, the car would rattle at one position, like if you held the steering wheel a certain way. So that was, you know, an issue of mine, and so I went ahead and just, you know, picked up a set of BMR. I have BMR uppers and lowers on the rear of the car, and I really love them. So I was just like, you know, let's just do that. Let's just pair and see what happens. And ever since driving the car, it's a blast. I mean, they're with thicker control arms, they're a little heavier and stuff like that, but I don't know, I'm a huge fan of BMR components. UPR has good parts as well, so I'm not knocking the company. I just preferred the BMR to match, because I've had, you know, perfect results with them in the past, so why not just go with them now? So yeah, that leads to the next thing that we went ahead and replaced. So the steering shaft was really loose. Like, I mean, bolted it down, and I think it was just time. That's mainly the reason I didn't drive the car. So we just went ahead and did all these other things, since the car was, you know, we're gonna replace the steering shaft, so why not just do all these extra things that I've been wanting to do. So went ahead and did that, and I ordered the Maximum Motorsports, which it's collapsible, and it's really strong, and it's much beefier compared to the stock one. So it makes it, you know, drivability. I read a review that you feel the bumps and stuff more in the road rather than the stock one, but I really haven't noticed anything but better performance handling, I guess, from the car. And you know, the steering wheel isn't the steering wheel doesn't have that loose play that it had. So, you know, I went ahead and picked that up. I definitely recommend picking that up. It definitely changes the car and the way it feels and drives. Not a bunch, but you can definitely tell. And I already had the Maximum Motorsports caster camber plates, and Maximum Motorsports is very, very good. They're like one of the, if not the best suspension company, you know, all around for these cars, especially the 79 to 04. And after that, we had the car, everything put back together, and I had a UPR bump steer kit, and the hem joints were just, I put them on this past summer, and the hem joints on both sides gave out. I don't know what caused it to give out. I don't know if it was just, you know, it only had like 4,000 to 5,000 miles in the car. You know, maybe less than that with the bump steer kit. And I was just really surprised that it gave out that fast. So I went ahead and ordered from American Muscle the competition engineering one, which is made by Moroso. So Moroso makes like oil pans, and they do a lot of like fabricating stuff. They do a lot of like oil pans, reservoir tanks, and then they have, I guess, their other company that they own, Competition Engineering. So I didn't really know much about them. I looked them up. Never had a problem with Moroso in the past, so I went ahead and just ordered that and installed that. And not that a bump steer, maybe a bump steer does make a big difference, honestly, on lowered cars. Well, you know, I think it made a huge difference, and the car just handles much better like it's on rails. So that is the last suspension thing that I did. And of course, the big unveil that I posted pictures of all week on Instagram, the black chrome Rovos. I will get an edit video out later when the weather's better, daytime, you know, when it's warmer. But I love them. I've had nothing but compliments. Even the people that don't really care for chrome, I like black chrome. I'm not a big fan of chrome parts, but black chrome, and I've had nothing but positive feedback on this. I love the silver wheels. I'm gonna miss them, yes, but it's time for a change, so went ahead with the black chrome. And if you haven't seen the other videos, here you go. I mean, this video doesn't really do these wheels justice. And before anyone's like, well, you know, they're the same style wheels you had. Yeah, but they're different color. And before the next comment is, well, everyone has Rovos. Why didn't you just go with something else, like, you know, SVE drifts, or why didn't you just go with a different wheel altogether? Well, when it comes to modding cars, and especially in the Mustang community, everyone has every wheel. There's no getting around it. It's just, in my opinion, the only way to outbeat that scenario, like that comment, is how you combine the wheels with the color of the car. You know, silver and black chrome, I think it looks damn good. You know, there's gonna be people that don't, but, you know, I'm the one that paid for them, and my opinion's biased because I paid, you know, good money for these wheels. So that is pretty much what has been going on with this car for the past month. The next thing coming, I believe, is, I want to say rear coilovers, possibly. They're going to be ordered soon, definitely before summertime, definitely before Mustang Week or American Muscle if I decide to go to that. Which they actually moved that from June. They moved it to June. Usually it's in August, which is, I wonder why they did that, but I might get that. And the last thing, the deck lid spoiler, the Cobra. I have the OEM Cobra, but I'm thinking about going the carbon fiber one. No, I'm not going to sell the stock one. I'm going to keep that one. But I'm going to keep, you know, just order it, but not put it on until I repaint the entire car. So that's the plans right now. But yeah, that's what's been going on with this car. So all these project builds, and I kind of put mine to the side, and you know, mine just needed a little work. Mine only needed like minor work, but the 5.4 and then blue 5.0, the 94 one, you know, they're getting a lot of stuff. The red Pro Charger GT got a lot of stuff done. So all these cars have, you know, they're moving fairly quickly towards, you know, car show season where they'll be ready. But that's gonna do it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you're enjoying following the build along as I'm changing stuff up. And I have plenty of stuff coming, plenty of content with my car, all these cars, and whatever, you know, the next car might be on the channel or review. Not sure. I don't plan ahead like that. When I see something I like, I try to spontaneously make a video about it. So that's gonna do it for this, guys. I hope you liked this video. Like I said, throw it a big thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe for future content on all builds, especially mine, of course, you know, because my channel, this car, yeah. So I will catch you guys in the next video. Have a good one and stay awesome.